Oh, hi. Hi there. What's up? Is my microphone on? Yeah, it's on. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's probably lagging right now because my connection isn't the best right now because someone's using it because they're playing the console because they're stupid! Sorry. Anyways, I am live right now, and apologies for the lag. It'll get better in a minute. How y'all doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a while. It's been about a few weeks since I've last streamed, hasn't it? Last time I streamed, I was doing GeoGuessr as well as a few other things, but the catch was I was completely obliterated. Like, I'm talking, I was shaking hands with Martians. That's how high I was. I was, you know, going to the, you know, Satan Caesar salad over there. So we are here. Yeah, we have some lost media that we're going to go over tonight because, you know, I got to do that again. I haven't talked about lost media, or I just haven't streamed in general in a while, so that's what we're going to do. So let me do my usual routine here. No, not Facebook Messenger. Anyways. Yo, what is up, VCC? Finally, I'm not late. Yo, what's up, Peppa? What is up, Tony? What is up, somebody different? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. How y'all doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? Nick D, as a fellow Nick from one Nick to another. What's up, my boy? It's been a while. I apologize for that. I've been extremely busy, but it's all for good reasons. I've been working on a new video for this channel. I've been working on a few other things in the side, if anyone follows me on TikTok. I'm trying to do voice acting on the side, so I've been doing a lot of that lately, too. Work's been busy. Damn, already 7 viewers? Yo! I missed y'all. We're back. So, here's what is going to be on the agenda tonight. First, what we're going to do is I'm going to unveil, that's how you say it, the mysterious song that I played last time I streamed 2 weeks ago. No one's been able to guess it, so this is not going to be one that anyone has won. So it's just going to be one where I'm just going to reveal to y'all what the song was. And then, next time I stream, we'll do another mysterious song, because I actually don't have another one queued up. So, or actually I might. Yeah, I might do a song tonight that y'all will have to guess for, but we'll see. Then after that, we're going to look at 3 pieces of lost/mysterious media. Things that I haven't talked about on the channel before, ever. So, that's going to be exciting. And then after that, we'll do GeoGuessr for a little bit. Am I aware too many moments was solved? Am I aware? I don't think so. Hold on. I know that one punk song on Mark Trail's channel was solved. You know, where did she go? Where did she go? Where did she go? Where did she go? I'm sorry, that's fun to say. Oh, yeah, that's right. Too Many Moments was solved. It's by The Horn. And they officially uploaded a lyric video, and I even watched that. Did I watch that when I was high? Because I see the little red bar at the bottom of the video that saying that I've already watched it, so interesting. Okay, so I'll wait for actually I don't even really think I need to wait. I'm gonna put it. I'm actually gonna do something I haven't done in a hot minute. I'm gonna put it in the Discord server that I'm streaming again. In the fun my mind. Where's the self-promotion? How's everyone doing, by the way? Welcome back to the stream. I think I fixed my connection issue. It should be good for the most part. If it does lag, I do apologize. But it shouldn't be anything abhorrent. Lost/missed. Okay, so let's start off with the first piece. Oh, well, first let me start off with the song. So no one's been able to guess it, so I'm just gonna go on ahead. I'm just gonna reveal what song it was in the first place that I played. Well, I'm actually forgetting what it actually is called. I know the name of the band. Oh, yeah, I know what it is. I gotta actually go to the album. Okay, so if any of you tried to use YouTube or Discogs to try to find this song, you were wasting your time because it wasn't on those. It was, however, on another website that's used a lot for promoting music called Bandcamp. And the song, drumroll please, was called Made Up My Mind. It's the first track off of this album from 2006 called Burn the Bridge. That's the name of the album. And the name of the band is called Two Track. I think there's a photo of the guys. Yeah, they're right there. They're brothers, apparently. So that was the song I played. In case y'all forget how it goes, I'll play like the first minute of it. Because it's unironically a really good song. But this album is so obscure. It's obviously not on any streaming services. It's not even on YouTube. There's not a shred of evidence that this is on YouTube. It's on this website. It's on Amazon. And that's it. The way I came across this was I found it at a Savers because they have a lot of really cheap CDs. So I was trying to see if I could find like a really obscure CD, try to see if we could do another Panchico. And at first I thought I found one because I was like, oh shit, this isn't on YouTube. It's not on Spotify. It's not on Apple. But then it is on Bandcamp and Amazon, so it was this song. What's up, Zero? Welcome. I'm going over the mysterious song I played last time. It's this song. Wait, what? Why did you say passion was a hint? Did I say that? Did I say that? I'm laughing because that honestly sounds like something I would say when I was high. Wait, was I all like, I'll give you a hint. A hint is passion. This song is passionate. Did I say something like that? Because I can picture myself saying that. I remember 70% of that stream. I watched it back afterwards of me completely annihilated playing GeoGuessr and looking at shit. Yeah, that is what I said. Fuck. I must have not remembered that part because I don't remember that. I remember kind of listening to it, but there were parts where like when I was playing GeoGuessr, I don't remember that. I remember playing GeoGuessr, but there were certain parts where I was like, wait, I said that? What is up, Alice in Chains fan? Or excuse me, Fly from the Jar. You're the Fly from the Jar Fly album? Bro, that's a really good album. I haven't listened to it in a while, but there was passion behind it, and you said it was a hint. I was probably just busting balls then, because I was like, yo, there was passion put behind it, because it sounds like a genuinely well-made song, you know? Yeah, so that's essentially the album. The whole album is kind of like, if you like Traveling Minstrel by Richard Torrance, this whole album is kind of like a psychedelic folk rock, acoustic pieces. So if you like that kind of music, I recommend checking these guys out. Burn the Bridge is the name of the album. It's by a band called Two Track. It's these two brothers. They did all the instrumentation, the vocals, all that stuff. I will say Made Up My Mind is probably my favorite song. You have the CD with you? Yeah, I actually did. I think I might have actually mentioned this before. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Did I ever mention that I had a CD that was so obscure it wasn't on like many websites? Because if I did, it was this CD. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, my knee. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. I have it on CD right here. I forget how much I bought this for, but I bought it at a Savers. I'm not entirely sure how many copies were made, but you open up the... Does it have the lyrics in here? Oh yeah, it actually does. Yeah, see there's the... Excuse me, there's the brothers right there. It is Ryan Bayless and Todd Bayless, and if I'm correct, these guys are from Texas, I believe. I think it says it somewhere on here. Or maybe that's where the... Unauthorized. All songs written... They're from the U.S., I know. I think they're from Texas, I'm not sure. Yo, Sammy Tim Gaming, what's up, my guy? Ooh, not usually until Wednesdays. Mark Trails, where did you go with Solve? Yeah, I saw that today. I saw that this morning. I got up, and I'll be honest, I actually like the pitched up stream. What did I say? It's because I read the chat. What's up, Blocktons? I like the higher pitch version that Mark Trail's original recording was than the actual recording, because once again, it was one of those songs that was on YouTube the whole time. And it's not a bad song. It's still good, but it's not, instead of like, "What on your red hot pants?" He's kind of more like, "What on your red hot pants?" And it's like, you know, I like Mark Trail's original recording more. But you know what's funny? He actually uploaded another Mysterious song. And this one's actually a full-length track. So it's this one right here. 2 minutes. It's over 2 minutes long. That's like one of his longest uploads on his channel. So, but I am happy this got solved. Oh, did I even mention the band's name? They're called Crush or Crush Senior. It's called Squeaky. The song's from 1990, but it appeared on a 1993 compilation by them. Like, ready? If you listen to the pitched version, this version, it's a more high pitch than the original recording. Watch. Where did she go? And you know, it's funny, you can actually see the it gets recommended right here because I already watched the video. So keep in mind that guy's voice. If you listen to the original recording from the actual song, it's a little different sounding. It's right around here, I think. MIDI tilk, fascinating. A little heavier. Honestly, I feel like the original recording, it sounds more natural than this. This sounds like it was slowed down from its original recording. I don't know. I like this version better. Because it sounds more eccentric. The other version kind of just sounds like more of a doomier song. And apparently the song is about the girl named, track 8 from their compilation album, The Clown Sessions. This is on Discogs, by the way. What's her name? Her name was Squeaky Fromme, which apparently was a girl who was a part of the Manson family who attempted to assassinate Gerald Ford in 1975. And I think she actually just recently got paroled. Yeah, right there, paroled, yeah. I forget when, but she was paroled from prison August 14, 2009. Yeah, so this song, that was a mystery, is about this chick. Yo, Teddy. What's up, my G? We meet again. Let's see. Should I add the CD to Discogs since you're too lazy? Who the fuck are you calling lazy? I am purposely not working. So yeah, you could probably do it. Because I'll be honest, if I knew how to do it, I would. I just have no idea. I wanted to try to find a way to upload this to YouTube. Not like just record it and then like upload each image. I don't know how you would properly get an album with each song its own video onto YouTube. I wanted to do that, as well as, try to get this on Discogs because, I think every piece of media deserves to be publicly available. But if you want to do it, by all means, go ahead. If I need to send you anything, fuck it. Let's see. I remember someone saying that if we could search by length on Discogs, then songs would be found faster. Probably, yeah. I still think YouTube needs to have a feature where if you have an audio of something, if you could somehow use like a software on YouTube where if you input that audio into it, it'll list all of the videos for you that use that audio. So that would confirm for us if the song was on YouTube this whole time or not. If it doesn't show up, then okay, we can count YouTube out that it's not on YouTube. So, what Lost Wave is this? This is this one right here. It was the unidentified punk song. So, I'm trying to find a jazz song I heard from a Michigan radio. Finding music is just flat out impossible. Very true. Do you have audio of it? Otherwise, if you don't, then, you might be SOL. Jazz is good. It's always very sad when a complicated genre like jazz goes unidentified. But anyways, that's not what I wanted to talk about. You guys did remind me that got solved. But today, we're going to be looking at 3 pieces. We're going to be looking at one, a British cartoon that there is footage of it available online, but the rest of the show is completely lost. The only thing that we have available online is the pilot. Next, we're going to be looking at an unidentified piece of media. Not lost. We do have it available, but we don't know what it's called. I found this off of the Lost Wave subreddit, so we're going to pull that up. And then after that, we're going to be looking at a misattributed Michael Jackson song. I don't believe I've covered that on this channel before. I might have made mention of it because I have seen it before, but I'm not entirely sure if I've covered it on this channel. So, yeah, we're going to look at those three pieces. But first, we're going to be pulling up a show that people are actually kind of glad that this show is lost, and you're going to see why in a second. Now, see, me personally, I'm under the impression that I don't care how bad a show is, I still think it deserves to be publicly available. If not that, then it should at least be confirmed that it's not lost, you know? Answer my question. What the fuck's your question? Do you want the Kaufman of the day? Yeah, sure, if you want to send it. As long as it's not like 20 minutes long, then sure. Sexy lady? I don't know what that means. Here from the Find My Mind Discord, what's up? Yo, what is up, Dumpster Pro Studios? I love that name, by the way. I used Shazam at the time, forgot the name of the song. Wait, so did Shazam? Oh, are you saying like you Shazammed it when you heard it, but then you didn't record it, so now you're trying to find it again? That's gonna be even worse. Is 12 minutes good? No, that's way too long. Cut it down, give me a shorter piece. I don't feel like reacting to 12 minutes of video, even though it is Andy Kaufman. Has there been any update about this? No. So, okay, so in late December 2000, on the British station called Milkshake, there was a show that aired that was called Audrey and Friends. And I actually came across this channel, or this show, by a YouTuber named Shy Valley. He's the one who covered that Pick Mix guy. He's covered Johnny Cohn, and everyone knows that. He's covered that. And I said Sexy Lady because I'm wondering if that's the Michael Jackson song that we were talking about. It was sent to me on Discord. Someone sent it to me. No, it was from a comment section. Hold up. Is it called Sexy Lady? Because I actually haven't... I don't think I looked at it yet. Hold up. I gotta go to my studio real quick. It might be called Sexy Lady. Hold up. The fuck? Oh, it was from Fly From a Jar. That's who it was. Yes, it is called Sexy Lady. Yes. Yes, it's uploaded in 2009. It just says new song 2009 in the description. And yeah, it's misattributed to Michael Jackson. It is called Sexy Lady. Is the name given to the misattributed MJ song. The song isn't lost, but the artist is entirely unknown. Yeah. Also, shout out to Fly From the Jar. He has actually watched me, apparently, since my old YouTube channel. I'm talking back in 2012, 2013, when I was reacting to creepypastas. Now I've upgraded to Lost Media, so, you know, we're making big moves out here, boys! So, shout out to him. I'm trying to remember if I remember him back then, so if I don't remember, my apologies, but really appreciate the long-time support. So, I figured it would be cool to look at that, just out of, you know, respect for being such a long-time fan. Alright, but we'll get to that in a bit. I gave you a 4-minute video. That's perfect. Exquisite. Speaking of that, I made stuffed shells today. I'll show you guys that later. Awesome. It came out delicious. So, in 2000, there's an ad here, but this was a show called Audrey and Friends. What we're going to be watching is the pilot from 2000. And it's like a 11-minute clip or 11-minute video, so we're going to watch the whole thing. We're not going to do an XQC reaction, right? I'm actually going to pause and I'm actually going to comment on things because otherwise I could just do this. See, it's one thing to do that on a stream. It's another thing to take that stream clip and upload it onto a YouTube channel and call it content. I want to box XQC. I want to box XQC now. Someone get him in contact with me. So we do have the full pilot of this show. However, even though the show got greenlit for an actual show in 2002 and it had like 30 some odd episodes, every single one of those episodes is entirely lost. The only piece of evidence we have from the actual show from 2002 is the intro, which the music they use for the intro is different than the initial pilot. We'll go over that in a second. 2000s were gay. That's not true. 2000s were kind of like the little sister to the 90s because a lot of things in the 2000s were still in the 90s, like Chuck E. Cheese and, you know, pizza and, you know, shoelaces. Like, come on. Opinion on the ridiculous UAP congressional hearing. I have no idea what any of that is about. UAP? Is that the UFO congressional hearing? Because that was interesting, but other than that, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm back! What's up? We need to find the Johnny Bravo pilot. That's lost. I think reactions are fine if it's in a 2-hour stream, but you're cutting it out of the stream and putting the clip on YouTube. It's just kind of wacky. Exactly. Like when I react to songs, I know I'm kind of stalling this, but when I react to songs, you know, live, I don't try to interrupt them too much. I will if I feel like I want to say something, but the reason why I don't want to interrupt the song is because I'm trying to actually listen to it and not just have to constantly say something. But if I were to take that and just upload like a 5-minute clip of me listening to a 4-minute song on YouTube, and it's just me sitting there going like this, that's not good content. What the hell am I going to name that? Maximilian bops his head to an unidentified post-punk song from the 80s. Like, that's not good content. For a stream, sure, but for a YouTube video, like, no. That's why, like, if you're going to have like a clips channel, either have someone else run it so they can actually take the time to clip out and make it look good, or just don't have one at all. Yo, shout out to Diana for being up at like 3 in the morning where she's at. What's up, Diana? Welcome to the stream. I recognize the name. The 90s ended in 2010. The 90s ended in 2007 because I feel like that was the year that like people really started getting like involved in like technology, and technology was really advancing with like the iPhone, and YouTube was becoming bigger. Because even like the early 2000s still had like a 90s feel to it, just like how everyone carried themselves. People were still reading newspapers back then too. Alright, so anyways, let me get this ad out of the way. So we're going to watch this. It's 1 a.m.? That was close. So we're going to watch this really weird British obscure show that was on something called Milkshake. It was like a station. And like I said, you're going to see why a lot of people want this to stay lost. Let me see if I can find a comment. Sort by top comments. Where is it? This show was lost, but now is found. Where was... One said, like, this deserved to stay lost. Like, yeah. Anyways. Let me get this pulled up. Alright, this is Audrey and Friends. Was this lost at some point? This isn't... This was lost, actually, yes. I believe before this was uploaded 7 months ago, this was entirely lost. This pilot, the whole show, everything. The only thing we had on YouTube before this was like just the theme song from the show. I don't know who found this or how, but they found this and they uploaded it, but the rest of the show is entirely lost. So we're going to take a look at this just to see why this was lost and why this was not found, because apparently it was also big in New Zealand, so you'd think someone would have recorded it, right? Anyways, here's Audrey and Friends. Alright, before we even get started onto the show, we need to talk about that intro. What the fuck was I looking at? Okay, first off, they use two different styles of animation. One is the 2D, and then they also have 3D models, which you see, like, when they're, like, dancing in front of the camera. Just watch this. Ready? Look at this. So ready? 2D. First of all, I don't know why everyone stands like this. Look how she's standing. You think she looks like she's leaning on something, right? No, that's actually how they stand in this show. That's them standing straight. You're gonna see in a minute when we actually continue playing it. Like, what form of scoliosis is this? Look at the way she's look at her look. Look at the way she's looking at me. She's a fucking serial killer, bro. She's from the Manson family. This is Squeaky Fromm, or however you say her name. What's up, mysterious voice? My sexism can be traced back to this show. You know, this deserved it. No, I'm kidding. I can't tell if this is 2D or 3D, but it looks horrible. It's both, right? So right now you're looking at 2D, but watch when it turns 3D. It's even worse. Look at that! Look at that! They look like if you took mannequins, right? And then you went to the dollar store, bought, like, paper eyes, like Agatha, which shout out to her, she's here. And they just like got like a Sharpie and just traced in the features. Oh, and then, you know, they got a little paint, they added the dimples, dude. Look at the animation. And then, not even that. Look how they move. First of all, she looks like a little Debbie's cake. Look at her hair. These are cinnamon rolls. This isn't hair. How would you even make your hair go like that? You'd have to be sitting there twirling it for hours. Oh my god. This looks like if the Powerpuff Girls became drug addicts. Look, the hand motion is so weird. Look at that. She said, oh yeah, oh. Look at her. She's going to space, dude. At least the music is good. I will give it that. At least the music is catchy, right? The boom, 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 boom. Like, that's actually kind of catchy. I can't lie. That goes kind of hard. Let's see. This looks shitty. Should remain lost. That's what a lot of people are saying. And I get it. But, like, I still believe that I don't care how bad a piece of media is, it doesn't deserve to be lost. Unless it's, like, something that's actually illegal. Yes. But if it's a crappy kids show like this that was made by, you know, 4-year-olds with autism, like, it's not... I think it deserves to be found. Mixing 2D and 3D is actually a good animated technique if it's gone well, not this monstrosity. Yeah, very true. Like, I don't know, would you consider SpongeBob technically 3D? You know, when they do like those really crazy close-up shots and they're like a different animation? Or Chowder. Chowder's actually a better example because Chowder was 2D, but then sometimes they'll have like 3D effects for a character when they need to emphasize on something. But because the show naturally looks good, because the colors are well, the way like his design moves on his clothes, I forget what that technique is called in animation, it looks cool. It looks good. So, this on the other hand, looks like if someone with the right hand drew with their left hand. It's good to know. It's good, but you know what's going to be better? The upcoming Snow White movie adaptation. You know, I haven't heard anything about that. But considering how The Little Mermaid came out and all the crap behind that, there you go. This looks like a YouTube skit from the weird part of YouTube. You know what? Yeah, actually it does. This looks like, you know, like when you would find those playlists on YouTube of all the weird shows? This looks like one of those. Yo, what's up, Sinking Ship fan? How you doing? I don't know what I was expecting, but I've still been let down. I will say the voice acting in the show, it's not bad, alright? Like, the people who voice act the characters, they do a relatively good job reading their lines. It's just the animation doesn't go well with this. So anyways, let's continue. So, and then by the way, this is Audrey. I think her name is Constance. I forget what her name is. Something with an M. Is it Mabel? Something like that. I forget.
Okay, let's get the name right from the start. It's Audrey, as in Hepburn. She was this famous actress in the olden days.
Look at the walking cycle. Who walks like this? She's gonna knock herself out if she keeps swaying her head like this. Watch, look at this walk. She said. Okay, the name's Audrey.
About maintenance payments and the price of trainers. Oh, if you don't know, maintenance payments are what your dad pays your mum when they split up, right? So you don't need to be Carol Vorderman to work out that my parents are no longer an item. I live with my mum in a totally unhappening little flat with Roundball here, who does more than his fair share of botty bangs. Ooh, not very good.
They couldn't just add in a sound effect. So Roundball, right? That little thing, that's supposed to be her dog, which, you know, animation to that literally is just a balloon and they drew on it. But when she does that, when the fart sound, you literally can hear the voice actress do that herself, because like she pauses for a moment and then goes and then goes, oh, like they couldn't just add in a sound effect. Listen, ready?
I live with my mum in a totally unhappening little flat with Roundball here, who does more than his fair share of botty bangs. Ooh,
like you obviously could tell she's the one who did that herself. She went, oh. Oh my god. The voice acting isn't bad, but it's too British. Very true. The techniques they use remind me of Rap City Little Kids? Street Kids? I don't think I know what that is. Voice is aggressively British. Very true. I'm surprised the executive said yes. Right? Yeah, this got greenlit for a show for like 30 some odd episodes. What in the hell? Looks like a dream. No, it's a nightmare. Very true. Dogs shouldn't be involved in human evils. Yeah, you know what? If PETA got on this, I would be okay with PETA on this. Like, you know what? Fair enough. They probably should have done the characters with the storybook style of the background. Yeah, like, because the animation is vastly different than what she is. They literally just put this character on, like, some sort of, like, grid, it looks like. And then they kind of just had her walk over it. Again, I don't know how animation works yet, but that's what it looks like to my eyes.
Not very cool when you're hanging out with the guys. Dad chills with his new girl, Sienna, in his groovy new penthouse apartment. But Mum reckons, you know, she'll leave him when his love handles start grazing the floorboards. Any day now, right?
So look how she's standing. That is not a human being, okay? That is a shapeshifter. That is someone who has scoliosis to the 10th degree. Look at the stance. She doesn't even need to lean on the wall. Look at that. She's like... She's constantly trying to be hip. Oh my god. That's so... I'm sorry, that is so funny. Just like the way she stands. Oh my god. But, anyways, I digress. The placement. What is with that left leg? Bro, look at it. I guess it's supposed to be to the side and this one's supposed to be to the front, but it looks significantly bigger. And what kind of one piece is that? Who just wears a pink one piece to, like, out and about? And then on top of that, have, like, pink shoes as well. This is not normal. Agreed. Oh my god, it's so... Like, the animation is disgusting. Any day, right? You're British, not Australian. Stop this, Audrey.
So anyway, it's 10 days before Christmas, and Dad phones me on the mobile. Now, he never phones me on the mobi. He's much too mean, and he's always dissing me about the size of my bill. So I know something is up.
Just to let you know, Princess.
I hate being called a princess. I mean, hello? Do I look as if I'm wearing a tiara?
Sienna and I are having a kind of penthouse.
Just look how they move. They move so awkwardly. Like, even the eyes, when their eyes move, they're kind of just like... Like, it's so weird looking. I feel uncomfortable. True. This is what happens when you give British people power, okay? I'm just gonna say it now. This is not normal. Exactly. Goofy ass Christmas tree. Wait, what does it look like? They got 3 stars. They said, nah, 1 on the top ain't enough. Oh no, bro. This is too funny. Another thing about this too, they said the teeth were disgusting looking. I don't think the teeth are the worst, but like the way the teeth move. Watch.
Now, he never phones me on the mobi. He's much too mean, and he's always dissing me about the size of my bill. So I know something is up.
Just to let you know, Princess.
I hate being called a princess. I mean, hello? Do I look as if I'm wearing a tiara?
Sienna and I are having a kind of penthouse apartment warming come Christmas drink soiree.
That's Dad speak for a party.
Next Tuesday, bring a chum or two.
Now tell me this. How can I go swanning off footloose and floss to a party shares Dad, leaving poor old Mum...
I'm sorry, hold up, what?
How can I go swanning off footloose and...
They didn't even finish animating his collar. Look at this. It goes halfway through, then they just gave up. His eyes are uneven. The bone's not even in his mouth. Bro, what is this show? The animation. 5, yeah, that's how many people it, you know, that's how old the people were in total who made this show. They didn't even, I'm sorry, that collar, I didn't even notice that. They didn't finish the collar. That's a headpiece. That's not a collar anymore. Gotta wonder what the budget was. I think... I think they, like, paid someone to make this. I think they were negative $50. That had to have been the budget for this. There's no way there was a budget to any of this, unless this was a college project. Potato dog? Exactly. Like, it's not ugly. It's kind of cute, but what is that, dude? Bro. That dog needs medication. That dog needs to be put down. I'm sorry. It's adorable, but it's not healthy. No dog should be one with its body, right? That, never mind a neck. That dog doesn't even have a head. It's a face on a torso, and that's it. I'd sue the college. Facts. Let's see. This show makes me think we should have just let Germany take them. We fought the wrong enemy. Dude. If us speaking German meant that this show would have never been made. You know, heißen Freakestuken. The mouth assets look like stock photos. Very true. Is this the pitch pilot or the first episode to air? This is the pilot. This is the initial pilot. This isn't the first episode. The show, like the actual show itself, wasn't aired until 2002 on Milkshake. And they actually got a few different voice actors, like the girl who voices Audrey. They got someone a little younger because she sounds like she's in her early 20s, even though she's supposed to be like a 12-year-old girl or something. And then they also changed, I think they changed the animation style a little bit as well as the intro song. Yeah. That dog has serious health problems. Very true. Let's see. The budget was 20 cents and a Coke. Facts. Y2K should have happened. On God, bro.
Floss to a party shiz. Now tell me this. How can I go swanning off footloose and floss to a party shiz, Dad, leaving poor old Mum moping behind at home with a fat furball for company when she's just been fired again? I mean, reality check. So I say to Dad, Dad, I'm only coming if I can bring Mum. And he says,
Oh, right, your mother.
and I say, yeah, remember her, Valerie, the woman you married and then divorced? And he says,
Don't start.
and then he says,
And then he says,
If you must. Does she want to bring anyone special?
he means, has she got a bloke yet?
a bloke yet? Does she have... I feel like... I don't know. Anyone who's British who's watching in the future or now, do people speak like this a lot in the UK? Like, do people always say, okay, does any British person call a mobile phone a Moby? Now, Dad never phones me on the Moby. Like, does any British person say that? Please confirm. And then second off, bloke. I know that's like a British word, but I don't really hear British people say that much. Maybe from like a Deji video from 5 years ago, sure, but do British people say bloke often? I know it's supposed to mean like a dumbass or like a nitwit, I don't know, a Three Stooges, but God, don't look at me, all right? I don't like the way she's looking at me, all right? This does look uncomfortable. This looks like it was uncomfortable to make. There's no way there was comfort in the studio when they made this. It just, everything about it is uncomfy. The animation, at least. I get they're trying to do with the show, but goddamn, is the execution awful. I already said this, but I don't think you saw it. It feels like someone placed in a faulty motion capture and left it. I don't know how I don't know how motion captures work, but yeah. I'm just going to have to agree. The word faulty, yeah, I agree. Well, do we just randomly go yeehaw in America? I do. Fuck yeah, dude. When I used to ride the school bus, I'd walk up and I'd be like, yeehaw! Time to learn, bitches! And, you know, the rest was history. No one says Moby, and mobile would have only been said in the late 90s to 2000s. Yeah, about this. This show was, like, on, like, the peak of when the internet was starting to get big. So, we don't have much to go off of besides the pilot, but apparently Audrey and Friends was supposed to be about, like, her and her friends doing stuff, and, like, it was supposed to be really, like, with the modern times. Like, you'll see in the next scene, they're at, like, an internet cafe, and they would use, like, a lot of the internet. They use a lot of stuff internet-wise related, and, you know, they would go on adventures with stuff in regards to the internet. So, yeah. Such a bizarre situation where the pilot is found, but the entire show is lost. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good point. Yeah, usually the pilot's the one that's lost, right? And the rest of the show is found, but considering that they made changes, I'm wondering if the show was even worse than this. I don't know.
And that's when I heard her, his girlfriend.
As if.
So I say, yeah, actually, Mum would love to bring her new boyfriend along. Only Mum hasn't got a new boyfriend, or even an old boyfriend. Only me and that mangy, flea-bitten meat magnet that passes for a dog. So now I have to find her one. In 5 days.
This shit has ads on it. You should be paying me to watch this, not me giving you the money. Unless if you were talking about a Fiat Moby. Well, yeah, if it's actually the name of it, that's different, but no one calls a phone a Moby. I hope episode 1 is better than this. Yeah, same. Maybe it's a blessing the show was lost. Yeah, but no, like, as much as I'm shitting on it, again, I think every show deserves to be found, but once it is found, we should probably, like, store it on, like, a singular VHS, like the whole season, and then lock it away and like just put it in a safe, knowing we know it's there, but then we don't have to watch it. You know. You cannot pay me to watch this. No, but I'm making you watch it now, aren't I? Boyfriend. Listen, Helena. I know you love your daughter, but we need to push her into a well.
Well, statistically speaking, Audrey, the chances of your mother meeting Mr. Right by Saturday are 5.3 million to 1.
Look at that thing. Look at that. Look at her eyes. What is this one doing? Bro, I feel like this is one of those shows where everyone's the antagonist. No one's the good guy here. Everyone's a bad person. It just looks like it. Sorry.
Well, statistically speaking, Audrey, the chances of your mother meeting Mr. Right by Saturday are 5.3 million to 1.
There must be something we can do. What's with the shapes, Mona?
I'm preparing for my audition. Jack and the Beanstalk at the Playhouse. Apparently, Catherine Zeta-Jones was once asked to be a fried egg, so I'm practicing trees, just in case.
Ah, there we go. Feel like you're wasting your life waiting for the right man? Well, now hundreds of eligible bachelors are just...
They could have at least attempted to make it seem like she was reading this, right? Her eyes are just going left to right. She's not reading anything. She's going, ah, yes, so the internet cafe, you know, like, who? Nah. Bro. Also, what kind of book is that? What kind of book has just an empty space in the middle of it with no image, and then it continues on? Let's see. Her hair is freaking alive. True. Nah, that hair do be sending a message, though. It looks like someone forgot to give backdrops to the animator, so they just used the animatic. Angela Anaconda. No, this is worse, because at least Angela Anaconda caused the divorce, which, you know, you can make the argument that that then had an influence on someone. This is just this, you know? This almost reminds me of that weird Canadian show, Angela, or something like that. Oh, you are talking about Angela Anaconda. Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird show in the sense that the animation looked like they were real people, but then they had gray skin, so they also looked like zombies. But that actually had like a fan base. Like, there's this one chick, I forget her name, but she's like a super fan of that show where she does everything Angela Anaconda related. What the hell's her name? Oops. YouTube. Angela Anaconda. If you just look her up, she comes up. What the hell's her name? Yeah, but look at that animation. It looked like a mad, like, segment. If it was a mad segment, it wouldn't be as bad, but... I don't know what the hell that girl's name was. She was like... Her. Amazon Kane. She's cool, right? There's nothing wrong with her, but she's like... Everything she talks about on her channel is like... Angela Anaconda related, I think. Or it used to be. I guess not anymore. Yeah, look at... Angela Anaconda, Angela Anaconda, Angela Anaconda. She was like obsessed with Angela Anaconda, so that was like her shit. Why do I still have this up? But yeah, this has nothing going for it. I don't know why, but I feel like I watched this cartoon before, like when you were still a baby and is not aware what is going on yet, and your parents let you watch anything that is cartoon on TV. I can't compare this to any cartoon I've seen. I get what you're saying. Like, it's definitely something that you would find not on a major cartoon station like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. It'd be on, what the hell was that station that used to play, like, Skunk Fu and all those other shows? Like, was it GX? I forget. It was on, like, on cable, regular cable here. It was on, like, channel 7 or 8 or 6. That show used to freak me the fuck out as a kid. I think I remember that show when I was younger, Angela Anaconda. I think. I'm not sure. Because when I saw it years later, it looked familiar. Anyways.
Away. Just a click away from a millionaire.
Shut up, Mona.
Is that the time?
Oh, that's her name, Mona. I knew it was an M. What did I say, Mabel? No, Mona.
From a millionaire.
Shut up, Mona.
Is that the time? My audition's in 5. This could be my big break. Isn't that the panto starring Larry DeLacy from Top Aussie Soap? Good day. He's well fit.
Just look at the way her head moves. It's like she's trying to get water out of her ear.
Audition's in 5. spend the whole morning buffing and gargling for fun. Wish me luck. I'm out of here.
Okay, say what you want about this show. That was actually a funny, like, American impersonation. She's like, wish me luck. I'm out of here. That was, like, the only time I actually, like, chuckled at this throughout this whole thing. Well, besides another scene. You guys are going to see why in a second, because it's kind of gross. But it's kind of funny. Why the sudden mouth change? She walks backwards. I love how y'all are fighting for your life trying to watch this, bro. We're 4 minutes in. We're not even halfway through. Thank God this is only 11 and a half minutes and not like a half an hour's kind of show. Never thought I'd see Max mention Angela Anaconda. That show was a gold classic. Dude, you know. I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah. I remember Angela Anaconda. What was that, like 2006, 2007? It was on Nickelodeon, right? Yeah, I remember some parts of it. Like sometimes the BG color, the mouth BG color is red. Oh, you're talking about when she talks? Yeah, like the inside of her mouth is like, yeah, like that. Look at that. What is that? Ew. That doesn't look right. The tongue, she's like, oh, it's not proportionate. I know we're just shitting on this show. This is supposed to be like a discussion of lost media, but we're kind of just shitting on this, but it's kind of funny. Yeah. My last memory of watching the series was circa 1990 to 2000. I was about 6. Oh, wait, Angela Anaconda's that old? Hold on. Angela Anaconda. Yeah, 1999. Oh, shit. I thought it was like 2005 or something. It had 3 seasons. Oh, shit. Dude, what's with all these weird-looking shows that somehow get a green light, and they actually kind of do well? Because even though this did nothing in the UK and there was no like home release for this, apparently like it had its own broadcasting in New Zealand as well, where it was a little bit bigger there. But if that's the case, then there's got to be someone who doesn't know about this mystery that just has these episodes recorded somewhere, right? Unless it was one of those shows that, like, kind of like how we're doing now, people in New Zealand would watch the show just to shit on it. I'm curious. Anyways.
This could be my big break. Isn't that the panto starring Larry DeLacy from Top Aussie Soap Good Day? He's well fit. Tell me about it. Like I didn't spend the whole morning buffing and gargling for fun. Wish me luck. I'm out of here. Right, where were we? www.oldsingleanddesperate.com, the one-stop shop for the man of your dreams, or nearest non-dream equivalent.
Old Single and Desperate? Yep, that sounds like Mum.
First things first. How
Wait, what does that even... Wait, what does that say? Whoops. Old Single Desperate. Dude, look at this computer screen. Like, in the 2000s, this isn't even the show being shit. In the 2000s, this was like the future. This is what modern times, this is what the kids were looking at back in the day. These bulky ass, 1940s looking monitors with the speakers on each side. You could still put a disc in it too. I remember my mom, not my mom, who in my family had a computer like this? Was it my aunt? It was my aunt. She had a computer screen that looked just like this. The disc, CD, and everything you could put into it. And I think it even had like a wire coming out of the side of it like this too. Anyways.
How old is she?
Well, she swears blind she's 33, but that's a fat porky. She's 39.
39? She'll be dead soon. It's hardly worth it.
What?
Okay, we'll just say 29.
Hobbies?
She whinges a lot about...
Wait, what was that?
Okay, we'll just say 29.
Hobbies?
What? Did someone fart? Was there an earthquake? Why did the screen just shake?
Whinges a lot about not having a boyfriend.
Don't we all? Let's call that amateur dramatics. Anything else?
Oh, here we go. You guys are gonna love this part. Everyone watching, ready? Ready? Watch this. This is fun. Watch this.
Let's call that amateur dramatics. Anything else?
She picks her toenails. On second.
Bro, look at that foot. Look at that foot animation. In what universe is this considered a foot? In what galactic understanding are these considered toes? How does someone let their toenails look like this? Who flicks them off like that? I don't think that's how toenails work unless they're loosely on the end like that, which I guess makes sense. And then, that's not even the worst part. Ready? Look at the teeth! She went yeehaw on that! Look at the teeth! She went full British. She went full British in this clip. Now that's a British girl right there. Bro. And then poor ballsack over here gets smacked in the face with it. He's still missing a collar. It ends right there, and I think that's supposed to be like a beauty mark. She's growing teeth on her feet. This isn't British. This is Chernobyl. On God. Did, like, when Chernobyl happened, was there, like, a nuclear fallout that spread to the UK? I'm curious, because maybe that's how this came to be. Thought I was going to hit her in the face for a second. Yeah, that's bad. Your aunt had an iMac G3, or those iMac clones from the late 90s. I don't know the name of it. It looked like that, though. Like one of those kind of computers. Or maybe it just might have been a really bulky Dell computer that had, like, the disc in front. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm not sure. Max, what are you making us watch? I'm making you watch beauty, okay? In order to understand beauty, you have to look at ugly. In order to appreciate love and prettiness, you have to look at the bitter, the disgusting, the pain. Alright? Because I don't know how to explain it, but whoever made this was in pain. That's all I'll say.
On second thoughts, don't mention the toenails.
Now, we just have to press return.
Oh my God.
Well, well, well. Checking up on your horoscopes again, eh, girls?
Please! What do you take us for? We're just searching for some makeup tips for applying Britney Spears body glitter to the belly button region. Don't suppose you two can help us?
Britney Spears? Body glitter?
Britney
Button region?
Britney Spears?
Oh, that is well gross. Breeze. Oh, God.
Nice going, Ord. Right, let's see who's the perfect match for your mother.
Tell me I'm dreaming.
That's not a dream. It's a nightmare.
Everyone's reaction to seeing this. Do you think this was self-aware that it was bad? That's not a dream, that's a nightmare. Oh shit. Sorry, hold up, I got a text. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Let me see. The 3D face looks like a deformed Mies to me now. Yeah, they do actually. Now that you mention it. Like this dude coming up.
One but him, our drippy deputy head.
No, you know what this looks like? One of those really like crappy online games back in like the early 2000s. Like one of those chatting games where you can go into a chat room, build like an avatar. Sometimes it would kind of look like this. That's kind of what this looks like, honestly.
I know I'm so going to regret this. Mum,
Oh, I forgot about this part. Oh no, it gets worse.
supposing you could take any man in the world to Dad's party, what would you do for a living?
Oh.
A chiropodist would come in handy, but, oh, I don't know. A movie.
Oh, the way it moves. Ew. It's so unnatural. And look at she's just staring at it. She's like, yeah, Mom. Yeah, get them toenails. Ew, look at... Bro, she's into that. She's for real got a foot fetish. She has to be. Look how she's staring at her mother's foot as she saws off her teeth toenail things.
Movie star or an oil magnate, maybe.
Seriously, Mum? I mean, what about a policeman?
She has a jumpsuit,
A car
true.
mechanic, or maybe even a nice teacher.
A teacher? You change your tune? I thought teachers were the pits.
No, well, yeah, but not all teachers. I mean, actually,
I honestly, like, for a second, maybe this is true, but when I first watched this, I thought she was leaning up against the fridge. But if you actually look up, like, Audrey and Friends, and you look up, like, official images of the show, that's just how they stand. Like, right, if I go to the IMDb page, right? Audrey and Friends, and... where are the photos? If you go here, maybe? That's the title card. Hold up. Photos. What the fuck happened to all the photos? There were photos. I mean, if you go to characters, maybe. Is it this one? Alright, well, if you go to, like, the oh, I think it's this one. Audrey and Friends Wiki. There should be photos. Yeah, look it. This is like... I don't know why she looks so angry, but these are like official... These are like official photos for the show. They made like a wiki for this. This is just how she stands. Look at that! Her face is not symmetrical to the rest of her body. Actually, let's look at these for a second. I'm curious. Oh, that's the first image. My bad. Let's put on some nice background music as we look at Audrey and her friends. Why is there a fan wiki? What the fuck is this? Oh, that just... Her face looks cut off. It looks like it wasn't supposed to be there. How did they... Wait, how did they get these screenshots? Because these are not from the pilot. How did they get these screenshots? If the... Yeah, like, what the hell? Like, okay, they definitely look different. Like, I think they changed the color of her hair. They made her face look a little different. These two look the same. And maybe her hair's not as big, but... Yeah. He looks a little better. He still only has half a collar. Yeah, look at this. Look at that's just how they stand. That's not her leaning on the fridge. That's just how they stand in the show. Like, what happened to Earth's gravities in this show? Was there like a nuclear fallout where everyone kind of stands like this because that's just how the atmosphere takes them now? Oh, what is that? Don't tell me that's fan made. There's fan art for the show already? Yeah, there is. What the hell? Because that's the original photo. What the fuck? Why is she mad? What did she do? Why is she so angry? What is she looking at? What the fuck is this? Okay, we're done. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, it just gets uglier and uglier. There's fans of this show, right? I mean, besides us, obviously, you know, we're diehard Audrey and Friends. We are Audrey and fans here, okay? That's what we are, alright? We love Audrey and Friends. We love Audrey and her friends on this channel because that's obviously why we're watching it. And when it gets found, I'm actually going to have a 24/7 stream where it's just going to be replaying Audrey and Friends. Lost Wave August 2019 while looking at these photos. I mean, if I never wanted to sleep again, I could do that. This aired in France and Canada too. I actually didn't know that. I knew it was the UK and New Zealand. I didn't know if it went anywhere else. The more I see, the more I want to genuinely throw up. It just, it looks unnerving. This could have been used from like the CIA to like, or the UK's equivalent of the CIA, where they would use this to interrogate terrorists. You know, they would look at this and go, I tell you everything. Anything new with that Jeff the Killer lead? I haven't looked much into it. I've been seeing that people have been posting on the subreddit, but it hasn't really been much of anything. They're just kind of doing comparisons to the photo we looked at and Jeff the Killer, so it hasn't really been much. Nothing's been officialized. Yeah. We're all doing good so far, right? We love this show, don't we? This is a great show. I knew you guys would like it.
Actually, there are quite a few nice teachers at Rudley Compen, and there's a lot to be said for them. Steady income, long holidays, loads of corduroy.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say it, dear. I'll be sure to pass on your comments at parent-teacher evening tomorrow.
Parent-teacher evening? That is so totally not funny, Mum. I didn't mean... But now you come to mention it...
Now, Mr. Edgar, about Audrey's science results.
Don't let's talk about Audrey. We have such a short time together.
Totally gross. But it could just work, couldn't it? It may need a little help.
We're all modern. We sell modern furniture and decor. Everything has a
I swear to God, the producer had a big foot fetish. Probably. He's like Quentin Tarantino's level of zooming in on the feet. Like this show wanted you to see the feet. And this is just the pilot. And out of these 11 minutes, like 2 minutes of them are dedicated to just her mother's feet. So what could the rest, because there's like 32 episodes made for this. What else could the show have had potentially? This is one of the top MI6 interrogation methods. Very true. The ads are keeping our eyes safe from watching this. Yeah, they even know that we need a break.
So there we were, me and Stan, crashing the parents' evening just so we could make sure Mum and Mr. Edgar hit it off. Stan had a plan.
I've been brewing this love potion.
Hello? Earth to Stan? Love potion, please? We are talking real life here, not Harry Pottersville.
Now we just have to work out which is lovable.
Wait, are those Teletubbies? I actually just noticed this. Are those the Teletubbies on there? One disturbing looking show meets another. Because the Teletubbies, they were from the UK, right? They're from the 90s. Teletubbies. Yeah, British television series. Yeah, they started in 98, so they were probably big by when this came out. Dude, what's with the UK making all these weird looking shows, right? Do we need to intervene? Do we have to get the EU involved? Like, should the governments of the world should be having a meeting about the UK and their you know, artsy expressions? Why does she stand like that, dude? It's weird. I don't know.
Boy's mug.
Wait.
Now we just have to work out which is Loverboy's mug. Gotcha.
Can we hurry things up?
Of course, the lover boy has the Teletubbies.
I get nervous being in this place out of hours. Someone's coming.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, hold up. I know I'm being nitpicky.
Nervous being in this place out of hours.
It doesn't even, it's not even coming out of the jar. It's like coming like an inch away from it. Look at it.
Someone's coming. Quick, hide.
Blimey, this thing's heavy.
Blimey.
Tea up! I've got your cup here, Mr. Edgar.
Ew. Anyway, as I was saying, Mrs.
Ms. Or Miss. I'm single. Well, separated.
I'm surprised she has shoes on.
Almost.
Yes, Miss... Well, Audrey's mum. If Audrey spent less time text messaging her friends and more time grappling with Archimedes' theory... Oh, my, we are an attractive woman, aren't we, Audrey's mum?
Call me Valerie.
I'm Bernard.
I'm Bernard.
Work. Where on earth did you get the recipe?
It was in a magazine.
Sorry. Mona texts me. Says she's got the parts in the panto.
This reminds me of Flash games. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like the way they move. This looks like a cutscene for the next level. If your game had a cutscene and voice acting. If that's the case, then this would be a lot better, but... I mean, it wasn't just the UK. 90s cartoons in general were weird. That is, you know what, yeah, because what YouTuber was I watching? I forget who, but they made the argument that the 90s was like the gross out era, with shows like Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy was the big one. Fucking what else? I mean, Rugrats kind of had like a interesting style of animation. And the 90s just didn't give a shit on top of that, so they kind of got away with a lot of stuff, a lot of gross out humor. Wasn't like the Garbage Pail or the Garbage Patch Kids. I think that might have been started in the 80s, but I know they were big in the 90s also. They were really gross. So it makes sense because the 90s kind of just didn't give a shit. I mean, if you had a show like Ren and Stimpy that was made for kids, you know, a cartoon that was more, you know, mature and more gross than like modern day Family Guy is, that's impressive. That the 90s allowed that, and that the cartoon got away with it. Let's see, here's a random question. This cartoon was for kids because with the style, it looks like those obscure adult cartoons with crude humor that got canceled after a few episodes. Yeah, to my understanding, Milkshake, the channel this was for, it was for kids. That's all I can say about that. It was for kids. I'm not saying that it did a good job being for kids, or that this didn't give kids nightmares, but yeah, I mean, a show like a fucking station called Milkshake, if it's not like a porn star premium, you know, bundle pack from DirecTV, then it's probably a kids show or a kids television station. Something that would have played like Puka on it. Like, it would be okay for art, but make her stand straight. Exactly. You think it would have been better in the after the pilot, but no, she's like this. She was looking like a dash. Facts, bro. It didn't come out till the early 2000s, but that Mr. Meaty show scared the hell out of me out of a kid. Same, dude. Especially the episode where he was eating like a bunch of raw meat and he got a tapeworm. Like the thing started actually taking food from him and like they weren't able to see it and they just had like this freaking worm coming out of his mouth. That traumatized me as a kid. I was afraid to put on Nickelodeon. If SpongeBob or Cat Scratch wasn't on, I wouldn't bother because I didn't want to take the chance of watching Mr. Meaty. But like, it was weird, but oh my god. I still watched it sometimes, but after that, I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I've seen everything. I am now traumatized. I need to sleep with the TV on, which is how I came across Sunday Pants. Yeah, Mr. Meaty was an interesting endeavor. What's up, Arizona? Coming to stop by for a bit. Not sure how long I'll be able to stay on this before the shitty data cuts out. Sorry to hear they're having shitty data. Welcome, my Canadian friend. The fucking tapeworm. So many bad memories with Ren and Stimpy. Remember that infamous Walrus episode? Call the police. Yeah. They did not need to make an adult party cartoon to just be fucking disturbing. Granted, I love Ren and Stimpy. I loved it then, I love it now. The one where they found like a dead whale's carcass on the beach and they live inside it and it starts rotting and there's flies and everything and everywhere. Yeah, it was gross. Or the one where Ren has all his teeth out and he's pulling out the nerve endings. Do you know how painful that would be? To pull out your nerve endings from your teeth? Your tuscuses? Do you know how painful that would be? Oh my god, it'd almost be as painful as watching Audrey and Friends. Let's continue.
She's bringing Larry DeLacy to the party. I think another bottle of love potion is called for. Me and Larry, what do you think?
Shh, shh, shh. Listen.
Nothing fancy. A little mulled wine, handmade crisps, quail's eggs on fake caviar, you know, the sorts of thing.
A party invitation? Sounds very festive. Uh-oh. I'd love to go.
Why do you...
Yes! Oh,
Why do you say uh-oh? Oh, I'd love to go.
Are you, enjoying the party, sir?
Uh-oh. Very much so.
Cooey! Bernard!
Got to go.
I don't know why, but first dates always make me nervous. Especially when it's Mum.
They're getting on well, aren't they?
Here, okay, this is probably me being nitpicky again, but here's something that kind of confused me watching this. You know, the way they portray Audrey's mom, they make it seem like she was going to be one of those characters that just you never saw her face. Like, you know, like, what's that character from the Powerpuff Girls? The male's assistant, you know, from the Powerpuff Girls. Like, she had the red hair, you never saw her face. Or like in Tom and Jerry, you never saw like the owner's face, you only saw their bottom half. I thought it was going to be something like that, but then they show her right here, which, again, not a big deal. That's not really a criticism. I'm just curious as to why they don't bother showing her if they're going to show her on the cake anyway. But, no, sir. I don't think I have any use for rubber nipples. I'll tell you what, though. You have any rubber walrus protectors? That was an indication that he was going in. I'm not going to elaborate on that, but that walrus was going in. What did I miss? We're watching Audrey and Friends, this beautiful show, which is lost media. Besides the pilot, which is what we're watching. I've watched every episode of Mr. Meaty. I'm very sorry to hear that, Sammy. I'm very sorry. Or Tim, whatever your name is, Sammy Tim Gaming. Gonna go for a bit. I'll be back later. Bet. The teeth scene. Yeah, dude, that nerve ending. Dude, that fucked me.
What's up? This has gone totally too far, Constance. When does this potion stuff wear off?
I don't know. Can I phone a friend?
Just pass me the antidote.
What antidote?
What?
Listen, take a chill
What?
pill. A second bottle of potion will cancel the first.
Are you sure?
So then that's the antidote. She goes, what antidote? The antidote is the thing.
Well, sure is.
Give it here then.
I've only got one, and that's for me and Larry DeLacy. Oh, there he is! Oh, isn't he lush?
This is important. If we don't stop this, I could end up with Mr. L as my new dad. I mean, surely that's more important than you getting to snog some gorgeous gorgeous Australian soap star. Stan!
Can I ask the audience?
Stan!
Bro.
Oh, you're
Get it?
You take it.
Foul!
Mr. Ed?
Yo, based!
Your doggy is getting very affectionate.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, this was not made for kids. That dog was going to town on Mr. Uh-oh's leg. Look at this.
Your doggy is getting very.
I mean, granted, you can't tell because of the animation.
I don't actually like dogs. Where am I anyway? Oh, I think I need to lie down.
Result!
Worked on Larry too. Blatant.
So what part did you get in the panto, Mona?
So that was Audrey and Friends.
Somewhere.
What do y'all think of it?
Fess up.
Back end of the cow? You know, even
See, if this was just an audio recording, if this was like an audio book or like a podcast series where like Audrey and her friends get involved in some mishaps, like it wouldn't be bad because again, the voice acting is not bad in the slightest. Like these girls did a fine job. The guy who did the professor, they didn't do a bad job at all with voice acting. Like they actually try to put some life into their characters. It's just when it comes to a cartoon, if the animation just doesn't flow well or it doesn't keep up with the voice actors, it just doesn't play off well. And honestly, I think that's the reason why a lot of people aren't fans of like when people dub over animes. Like if you watch a Japanese, if you watch an anime, right, and you watch the English dub, it doesn't work as well because just something about like hearing someone speak English when they're just going like, and like, granted, the English voice actors kind of go a little over the top anyway, but it just doesn't feel as natural, you know? Whereas like with a cartoon like Ren and Stimpy, for example, right? Billy West, who, you know, after the first 2 seasons, did the voices of both Ren and Stimpy. And, you know, to play those characters, you have to be very, very expressive. Well, that show was nothing short of, you know, expressive on heroin. So, you know, Ren and Stimpy lived up to his name. Or as like with Sunday Pants, that segment, Weighty Decisions, where like Neil and Gordon, where they're like arguing with each other. It's just 2 dudes conversating, but the animation isn't over the top, so like it works, you know? Are there YouTube poops of this? I think the episode is a YouTube poop. I think this is probably some sort of social commentary on something. Otherwise, if this show took itself seriously, like, do you think the guy who created this, what the hell's his name? David something? David Bennett. Do you think when he made this, he was like, there's no way this is going to be picked up? And then when it got picked up, he was like, I'm curious if he actually had faith in this. But again, I digress. No matter how bad it is, it deserves to be found. I expect a full series marathon when this show is found. I agree wholeheartedly. End of our suffering, finally. Well, it's not over yet. I have one more thing to show about this. I will do my very best to never look at this show again, based. Nothing beats Courage the Cowardly Dog in terms of weirdness. I don't think there's ever been another children's show that had a detailed plot centered around serial killers. Oh, you're talking about the episode where they bring that one person from the dead, right? And they were going to kill them. Weren't they going to make a snuff film, too? Yeah, that show wasn't weird. It was just extremely dark. I mean, it was weird also, but it was pretty frightening. I think the weirdest show was probably Ren and Stimpy, if not Invader Zim. If you haven't watched Invader Zim, just look up Dark Harvest, and you'll understand what I mean. I think that if the show didn't look like an obscure adult cartoon with dark humor that you would see on MTV at 2 a.m., I guess it would have been a decent. It would have a decent audience. True. Yeah. So there's one more thing I wanted to show with this. So the only thing we have available for the actual show besides the pilot was the theme song. Now, if you remember the theme song for the pilot, it was like that kind of funky kind of bow, 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 which in my opinion is actually probably the best part of the show, besides the voice acting. The theme song was unironically kind of catchy. Like, oh wait. Yeah, that's ready.
At Aspen Dental, new patients without insurance get a free full exam and x-rays, plus 20% off all treatment plans. Book today.
Like you got kind of like a good bass line, kind of just walking up the boom, 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 boom. It's just walking up this or walking down the bass. You got a little Hammond organ you can hear in the background. I mean, and despite the fact that these girls look like they're being held at gunpoint, like they look, they themselves actually look uncomfortable. Look at her. She's like looking off camera. She can see that there's a sniper rifle laser pointing at her temple. That if she doesn't fucking dance harder, she's going to get assassinated. Why does that piano sound like Them Bones or that bass? I'll be honest. It's been a while since I've listened to Dirt. Just because I have Facelift on CD, so I listen to that more. I'm trying to remember how Them Bones goes. Maybe we'll listen to that later, but... Are you saying the bass line? That boom, 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 boom. It's a good bass line, right? So, I would argue that was the best part of the show. But guess what? When they made the show in 2002, the actual show, they changed it to some crappy techno pop, and it completely ruined the intro. Listen to this crap. Ready? Now it feels like something out of a genuine nightmare. You know what's funny? That song sounds like it would have been an unknown song. It has that you know that song One Love, the unknown song One Love, or Do It Like That. It has that same kind of vibe, that over poppy corporate sounding song with like the girls' vocals, and it's just kind of like it sounds like that. What happened to the catchy little boom, 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 boom? It's sound. They completely ruined the best part of the show. The only thing this had fighting for it was the theme song, and they got rid of it. But I digress. That's Audrey and Friends. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm out of here. No, I'm kidding. There was 2 more things I actually wanted to pull up. Let's see. The techno intro is the Everyone Knows That and Electric Your Love Distance cousin. Yeah, but if it had, like, severe schizophrenia. CBC Kids used to have a thing where you could post animations to their website for a possibility of getting it aired on TV. None of these animations were saved online. I do remember hearing about that. There was one show that was supposed to be about a family. It wasn't this show. There was another one, even though this isn't about family. I don't know why I said that. It was a show about... What the hell was it about? It was about a family, and I think it was supposed to be on Nickelodeon, and they had like promotional posters for it, and I think they made a pilot, but it never went anywhere, and that was completely lost. I don't know if it was CBC Kids or if there was like another one that I'm talking about. It's a lost TV show. Oh, sorry, I didn't answer your question, Arizona, my bad. Yeah, it's a lost TV show from the UK from the early 2000s. That was the pilot, which is available online for the first time in years, 7 months ago. You know, it was uploaded 7 months ago. But the rest of the show was completely lost besides the regular show's intro. Which, I think it was VCC who made this mention. It's kind of funny because most of the time, a show will be completely found, but no one can find the pilot. Like for Johnny Bravo, Yo Gabba Gabba, I think, too. I was watching, was it Shy Valley's video or someone else's video? I watch a lot of video essays online. Even though I don't subscribe to these people, I just like watching their videos. With a bunch of lost cartoon pilots. I think Little Einstein was also another one, too. How many episodes of this show were made? It was like 30-something. Hold up. Or was it 20? Oh, I might be wrong. Let me see. How many episodes? 21? Yeah, it looks like only 21. Yeah, 21 episodes. I don't know why I was thinking 30. My bad. It was 21. Which is still a lot. For all of those to just be completely missing, right? That means no one saw this and went, yeah, hit the record button. That's crazy. I mean, someone in New Zealand probably did then. Again, I didn't know it was aired on in France and Canada. So that means it must have been put on French TV, because if it was aired in French and Canada, that means it was probably aired in Montreal. if it was aired in France too, just because that would make sense, right? Because, you know, when you think of Canada, if you're not thinking about Canadian Italians, you're thinking of the French people, you know? Just a little knowledge for you. The more you know. Okay, now, next I wanted to post... What am I saying? Next one we're going to be covering, I don't have really much information about it besides the fact that it was from Brazil in the 90s. Now, there are two types of media that you could look at in regards to lost media. You could have lost media or mysterious media. Now, I'm sure anyone who's watching knows the difference between the two, but just in case, I'm going to give the, you know, quick definition. Lost media is the name of the piece of media is accessible and is found at an easily accessible location, such as online somewhere, or there's evidence that it exists. However, the media itself can't be found. It can't be viewed and it can't be heard. Like, for example, you know, Audrey and Friends. We know that it exists because, you know, it obviously has evidence. We have the pilot, but we don't have the rest of the media. Like, all 21 episodes are completely lost. Whereas mysterious media, it's the opposite. You switch them. Mysterious media, we have the media available. We can either watch it, we can hear it, we can listen to it. However, we don't know what it's called. We don't know the name of it. That's, in my opinion, way more interesting than lost media, because lost media I feel is more common because so many things have gotten lost from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. However, it's not common, I feel, in the lost wave or lost media sector of the internet where we get something where we have it available, we can see it, we can hear it, but we don't know what it's called. And I'm not talking about mysterious music, I'm talking about either a show or like some sort of photo or poster. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. I've brought these images up before. If you go to the Library of Congress, they have unidentified photos. So see, all of these photos besides this one, all of these photos are completely unidentified. If it doesn't say solved underneath it like this one does, that means it's unidentified. So this is a perfect example of unidentified or mysterious media. So this woman, for example, right? Of course it's, you know, small as shit, but this woman, right? We have the photo. It's completely available to us. However, we can't put a name to this woman. We have no idea who she is. She's obviously a fan of David Bowie because it has an Aladdin-sane look, the hairstyle, the makeup, you know. So that's a perfect example. Or another example was the Mysterious Elf cartoon, which was the, it's like something star, you know, back in the 90s, this photo was taken, and this was playing in the background. And in like 2017, or 2016, they were uploading this onto Twitter, be like, hey, does anyone know what movie this is? And for years, no one could identify it. So we had the image, but we didn't know the name of it. We had a part of the media, but we didn't know the name of it. So, JK reference. Oh, are you talking about the photos? Yeah. Actually, these are both. This was a JK reference too, because before JK used this image as his profile picture, he used this image, and then once this band got identified, he went to this. I'm going to assume that when they get identified, if JK ever gets his channel back, he should use this one next, because out of all of these, that's the only other one that looks like a music artist. Yeah. Anyways, I digress. So, what am I getting at with this? Well, I came across this on the Lost Wave. Shit. Where's my profile? How do I go to my saved? Oh, I'm dumb. Give me 1 second. Where's my profile? Sorry, give me a second. So, I came across this one piece of media. I'm just gonna go to Lost Wave. Fuck it. Was it Lost Wave or Lost? I think it was Lost Wave. Oh no, it might have been Lost Media. I'm sorry. Let's see. Let's go to new. Oh, I gotta scroll down a bit. Give me a second. This was uploaded like a few days ago. let's see. Give me a second, guys. Where the fuck is it? Did I pass it? I probably passed it. It was... No, it was called unidentified media. Is it this one? Yes, here we go. Okay, I found it. So, let me pull this up. That's an ad. So, I came across this just because I found it a little more interesting than lost media. We have unidentified media. So, this person named Nostalgic Dreamers 3 days ago uploads to the Lost Wave, I apologize, the Lost Media subreddit, and they say the following. Unidentified media, does anyone know where this show comes from? Hello, I recently discovered a recording from one of my VHS tapes, and it had this animation recorded on it. The problem is that I don't know its original name or who created it. He then provides the link, and then he also gives a little context. It was aired in Brazil in the early 90s in a very short period, maybe 1994. In addition to the Brazilian dubbing, I can listen to a German dubbing as well. I guess it's German? I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means he has two recordings or... to the Brazilian dub, and I can listen to a German dub. Everyone confuses this show with the Plonsters, but it's not the same claymation. I believe this animation is from the late 80s, but I could be wrong, or maybe it's from East Germany, just a guess. I had 3 episodes recorded, but unfortunately I lost it. Now I got only this recording in low quality. Does anyone have any information or have watched this animation somewhere? I would very much like to know its origin. Thanks. And then with this post, he provides a link. I'm just curious, has this been solved yet? No, because I think it would have said solved. Yeah, nothing yet. And then he names this here, this is in Portuguese, Alguém sabe o nome, which just means, does anyone know the name? And then that says, like, Lost Media. It doesn't help that it's the comments are off because it's YouTube kid-friendly, apparently. Even though it's, I guess, because it's a kid show, I don't know if that's an automatic thing, but let's give it a watch.
What can you do when you need to sound like yourself, but...
Now, the animation itself is a little choppy, you know, because it's claymation. It's obviously not Wallace and Gromit because it looks a little more obscure than that, but this wasn't meant to be creepy. Like, this is one that, like, whatchamacallit, was meant to just be a nice little... My guess is, since he doesn't know where this was recorded off of in Brazil, I'm wondering if this is from one of those stations that, like, played a lot of, like indie projects. Because remember how Nickelodeon did that, where, like, apparently there was, like, a lost Nickelodeon, like, short that used real human bones? That might have been on a segment, I think, that uploaded a lot of, like, indie, like, films or, like, contest winners of, like, shorts. Could this have been one of those where it was just a short uploaded on a compilation of other shorts during the time? And if he's remembering a German dub, that means this could have just been from anywhere around the world, and they were probably taking other, you know, inputs from around the world. I don't know, but considering it's Brazil, and, you know, they really only mainly speak Portuguese there. Nice Portuguese pronunciation. I can't tell if that's sarcastic or genuine, but if it's genuine, thank you. If it's sarcastic, my bad. I'm Italian, so, you know, I'm the better version of Portuguese. No, I'm kidding. Unless, no. Or that celebrity number 6 mystery. We got the image, but we still can't tell who that person is. That's very true. I was going to actually make a video about that sometime in the future, too, because that has really intrigued me. How we could find every other person on that photo but that person. It would make sense that that person was based off of a real person and a real image, because everyone else on there was, but we just can't find it. It's sarcastic. I'm sorry. Yeah, I kind of figured. We most likely already have celebrity number 6, and they aren't a music artist. Who was the last, I know we're getting off topic, who was the last model that people thought celebrity number 6 was? And, like, she actually said on her Instagram that, yes, she's celebrity number 6. Justin Wang made a video about it. She looks like celebrity number 6. However, she didn't compare celebrity number 6 to the original photo. She just compared photos of her that looked like it, but it wasn't the exact image. I'm guessing that she might have just thought that it was her, but she couldn't find the exact image, so she probably thought, yeah, this is good enough, this is probably it. That's my guess. I don't think she was trying to be misleading. I doubt it, considering that if you look up her Instagram, she's a pretty well-off model, to my understanding. So you cannot be sarcastic online without confusion. Yes, true. Otherwise, you will be ratioed on Twitter by people like Korn and Kira. Anyways, let's watch this. Let's watch this.
É tudo pra mim?
Somente um. Mas deve ser comido com a colher.
Oh, I see what he means. The original recording of this is in Portuguese, but you can hear someone else talking over them in German. So that's so weird. So then that means that this recording he has then, unless it's reversed, because I'll play it more actually. Hold on, and then I'll get to this in a second. What is happening?
Ah, que horrível! Isto é forma de se comportar. Isto não se faz. É deselegante. Eu mostro. Preste atenção. Você comeu meu ovo também?
So, like, I can't tell which is the original. Because what I mean by that is, you're hearing both Portuguese and German. The dude is speaking Portuguese and the lady is speaking German. I think because the Portuguese is a little louder, I think that's the dub over the original dub. Because they'll do that, which I don't know why studios do this. Well, like, they'll have like a show or a short, right? They'll have the original audio playing in the original language, but then they'll have the dub over that, so then you can hear both at the same time. So it's like if I hear like let's say for example, someone was dubbing like an anime, and you can hear the original Japanese audio, the original voice acting, but then they just put the English translation over that, but they don't mute the Japanese voice acting. It confuses the hell out of you because it's like, well, what the hell is the original? And you just have to go by audio levels because the one that's louder is the dub. So because the Portuguese, to my hearing, is louder than the German, I'm going to assume that this is originally a German recording. So that would be my guess. So I think he even mentions that in the post that it could be German. Or maybe it's from East Germany, just a guess. Well, I know that for whatever reason that when the Berlin Wall fell in '89, that caused like a bunch of random shit because a lot of things in Germany, for whatever reason, both music and media just goes mysterious or lost, especially from the 80s, which for some reason has something to do with the Berlin Wall falling. I don't know, because it went from East Germany to just Germany. So I have no idea what this could be. It does not look familiar at all. But I'm trying to think then, if this was uploaded, because he's from Brazil, so this is the Portuguese, so it would make sense that this is the Portuguese version of this German short. So we can safely assume this is a German short. I'm just trying to think what broadcast in Brazil would be playing where they're overdubbing a German claymation film like this, arguably from the late 80s, when this could have been recorded from 1994. Like, yeah, in the early 90s in a very short period, maybe 1994. When he says short period, I'm assuming that probably means like in between other shows, it was maybe like a 15-minute segment. That's my guess. Or maybe like even less, like a 10-minute segment.
Mostre as suas mãos. E a outra. As duas. Vire. Ah, eu sabia. Espere aqui.
Wow, look at this quality, dude. Hell yeah!
Para com a colher. Por favor.
Ok.
Não, de uma vez só. Você não entendeu? Ele não deixou nenhum. Você engoliu todos os meus ovos. 1, 2 e 3.
Vai com a colher.
Yeah, this is definitely like Portuguese over German. I've seen that dub stuff just happening with documentaries, not with regular shows. Okay, yeah, it might have been documentaries I was thinking about. I was just using like anime as an example, but I don't like when they do that. Like, okay, so for example, if you're watching like a documentary about like something happening in Russia, right? They'll have someone. I mean, this makes sense because you need translation, but they'll have them speaking in like Russian, then they'll have like an English voiceover for it. But no, wait, I think I have seen this and done in shows before. Not often. Maybe on like obscure programs, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it where they'll have like the original voice recording and then they'll just talk over that. I think in like probably like really bad shit. I don't know. By the way, does anyone here speak Portuguese? If they do, I'll provide a link to this video. If you want to like, I don't know, if you want to like watch it in your own time, just to give me like context as to what this short may be about, what the hell they're saying. Hey, how you doing? That would be great. Yo, we just went up 2 subscribers since I started streaming. Whoever you two are, give yourself a round of applause. You have just joined the greatest channel on here. Love you. All right, we got 2 people who speak Portuguese. If you guys are fluent, that's awesome. If you would be so kindly, it's not a require. You don't have to if you don't want to, but here's the link for the video. If you want to just kind of like maybe like watch it, if you want to like go off stream for a minute and just watch it, and like just kind of tell me what it's about, like, or like what they're saying, if there's anything in particular that could hint at, so like maybe like, do they say like their names? Like if we have like the names of both of the characters, it could be one of those shorts where it's just named after the characters, like, oh, Wallace and Gromit, Max and Delta, you know, like something like that. So if you would be so kindly, that would be great. The short is about spoon and eggs. I kind of got that part. And these gremlins here, I imagine are probably supposed to depict Scottish people, but that could be a little racist, so I'm gonna assume they're probably just gremlins. Aw, a little butterfly. This is a really good show. Oh, wait, whoa. Hold up, we saw color. We saw color. Alright, here's another piece of context. Oh, I'm going back, like, frame by frame. Okay, I don't know if this is just because of, like, the TV glitching out, because it kind of does this for a second. But these characters may potentially have, like, yellow or orangish caps on, and they might be purplish blue. Again, because it goes like this. Where's my keypad? Oops. What the fuck did I just do? What is that? Because it goes like that, it turns like green. It could just be like the TV glitching out. I'm not sure. Because it's in black and white for the most part. I don't know if this short was initially in black and white or if like it's just because of how we recorded it.
A borboleta ainda está aí dentro.
And that's it. I'll say this, like, it doesn't look bad at all. It looks actually kind of good. Like, the animation, it's relatively smooth. It kind of gives off the same kind of vibe as, like, obviously Wallace and Gromit, but also, like, kind of like how, like, they kind of jump around when they move. It reminds me of the old, like, stop-motion films, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. There's a few others I'm forgetting the names of, but those are, like, my 2 favorites. Those are from, like, the 60s and 70s. It naturally looks a little unnerving because it's unidentified as of right now. It's in black and white, and sometimes there's no music, and so it's kind of just quiet, and the fact that the quality is shit sometimes. But I imagine once this gets solved, if we have a nicer resolution, this just looks like a wholesome little animation. Like, it's just about like an egg. I guess they try to crack it open. A little duckling comes out, right? Hey, how you doing, bro? And they become friends with it. Like, the designs could have been a little bit better if this, assuming this is coming from a children's like channel, they probably could have done a better job making these look a little more kid friendly, because this boy looks a little eerie. This guy just looks a little bit under the weather. You know, home dude over here is chilling, but I'm not trying to shit on it. It looks relatively wholesome, so If anyone who speaks Portuguese, not just on this stream, but anywhere else, if you see this, it's from the late 80s or maybe to early mid-90s. If it looks familiar, let me know. Find me here. You can always, I always leave my streams public nowadays just because I think it's easier for if anyone wants to rewatch them and just to reserve history. If you want to comment on this video or on my stream, comments if you want to say, hey, I know this, or I will provide a link, and you can see this in the live chat if you were watching like the live chat in the VOD. Where's my stream? I will post it here. If you want to look at the and this is obviously for anyone in chat too, if you want to look at the Reddit post and keep updated on it to see if it ever gets solved, there's the link right there for it. And if you don't want to reach out to me, you can always just reach out to Nostalgic Dreamers on Voice Crack Reddit to see if you ever can find this. If you do, let him know because he's been looking for it. And yeah, there's really not much to go off of. Again, this is most likely from Germany because it sounds like that this is a Portuguese dub over a German dub, which is weird. You don't really see that often in shows, although I feel like I have seen it before besides documentaries. Again, I might have just still been one of those like shorts on Brazilian TV. We don't have any idea as to what station this was recorded off of or which one it could be from. I don't know how Brazilian television normally works, but it could have been from like a segment where they were just playing a bunch of shorts from around the world, maybe from like some indie film contest on a certain station, maybe like a local or an obscure station. I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, as creepy as unnerving as it may look, it is a wholesome short, so yeah. Let's see here. Smurf claymation short. The image is glitching due to the poor reservation of the tape. True. Thank you, Max. Now I really want this to get identified. It'll haunt me in my dreams. That's what I'm here for. The music is very familiar. Well, I mean, it probably has that like typical upbeat kind of boop 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 kind of music. Well, then again, even Sammy saying music is familiar. I know the studio type music, production music, British or German. I'm gonna assume German then, because it's most likely a German short. From Canada, I heard the music on some obscure British cartoons on YouTube. Are you talking about the actual track itself that plays?
Não se faz. É deselegante. Eu mostro. Presta atenção. Você comeu meu ovo também? Mostra suas mãos. E a outra.
Oh, you're talking about that dun, 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 that music in the background? That does actually sound familiar, actually.
E a outra. As duas.
That does sound familiar, actually. Shit.
Vire. Eu sabia.
Again, it could just be like because it sounds generic. I know a lot of kids' cartoons will have music that sounds like that in the background, but that does, now that you mention that, does sound familiar. What the hell? Oh, crap. I'm not sure, though. Let's see what any of the comments say. Okay, this guy makes the same point, too, that the coloring, I think because it has this kind of lime green. I know that sometimes when if you have an old TV especially, when the visual would mess up, or like the colors on the TV would mess up a little, they would go to like this green and purple like coloring style. I forget what it's called. I think it's like a negative kind of effect where like the colors on your TV will kind of mess up if you have like let's say for example you plug in a GameCube and it had the red, white, and yellow inputs you had to put in, one for audio, one for visual, and one for, oh god, I forget what the third one was for. Something. If you didn't have the video one fully plugged in, sometimes it would glitch out and the colors would turn to like a green and purplish kind of color. But the frame right before this, he had more of a yellow and purplish blue kind of look to him. So that might be what these characters look like. I'm not entirely sure. It's very similar to Plonsters. Not the same show, maybe the same director. I searched information about Alexander Zaplidel, Plonsters creator. There's no mention about this lost show. There are many different similar figures like that, but I don't think he created 2 similar shows. Maybe it'll be easier with the color photo. Oh, you can try posting on the tip of my tongue. Looks like something straight out of an 80s Czech television. Looks a lot like early episodes of Plonsters. The characters changed a bit over time, so newer episodes had them without hair. What the hell is Plonsters? Oh, these things. Yeah, it started in the late 80s. No, these look way too different. It's definitely not them. If I look up Plonsters, just curious pilot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, these, okay, so these are earlier episodes. No, I think these look different because, let me play this real quick. I just want to see this. Oh, I can skip this. Yeah, so if you look at the guy's hair, it looks like it's made out of string. This doesn't look like it's made out of clay. Whereas from this animation, to me, the hair looks like it's made out of clay. Like, it doesn't look... Like, that's definitely a string texture because look how thin the hair pieces are. It'd be really tough to get clay to get like that and then stay, I think. Whereas with this, the texture and like just the way it looks very similar to their bodies. So I think in this audio or this clip, the hair is also made out of clay, whereas in this it's made out of string. So I don't think this is a Plonsters, even though there's other people saying that. Let's see what else. My best guess is you could probably find this in an old episode of the German version of Sesame Street. Also, you should definitely disable that the video was made for kids on YouTube so people can comment. True. These are all getting negative votes, so I imagine they're probably not going to be German. Is it German Sesame Street? Where is it? German version of Sesame Street. German version. Wait, what the German version of serial killers? What the hell does that even mean? Sesamstrasse. Sesamstrasse. That's German Sesame Street. I haven't watched Sesame Street since I was like 2 days old. What do they have any different characters for German Sesame Street or? Oh, I guess they did. The German Sesame Street characters Rumpel, Samson, and Tiffy present their new human stock photos. This motherfucker would have scared me as a kid. Look at those eyes. There is not a shred of evidence that there was a soul ever in that body. No way this is Sesame Street? Yeah. I was talking about the track. I have bad internet connection. The track, the music sounds familiar from this short. That dun, 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 I just don't know where it's from. I think it's probably because there's been a number of other kid shows or shows in general that have used that same instrument and that same sound for the background music. Probably just because like they needed like a quick background music, so they kind of just base it off of another, I don't know, maybe another show's background music. They said, fuck it. When in doubt for a show, just use this instrument as the background music and you'll be alright. Yeah, other than that, there's not much I know of off of this. So, yeah, I'll keep tabs on that one just because I'm curious to see if it ever gets solved. Because, again, I like unidentified media like that compared to lost media. So, yeah, we'll see what comes of that. Oh my god, I had a lot of food earlier, and now I'm hiccuping like a maniac. Ouch. Alright, last one. I don't know if he's still here. I hope you are. What's his name? Fly from a tip jar? Fly from the jar. I don't know why I said tip jar. We're just going to call him Fly, because he is Fly, for being a fan for so long. He commented on my post saying that I was going to be streaming back a few days ago. You know what? Let's read it together. Because it is a wholesome thing. I need to find it first. Watch my things, buddy. I gotta watch something else first, my dude. Hold the double D's in your name, Teddy. Relax. Alright, here we go. Can I just go to this comment, or is it gonna... Nah, okay, so... Screw it. Hey Max, I don't know if you remember me, but I'm Sam. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm from a long time ago. I was a big fan on your old content from a decade ago. Now, I have an interesting piece of lost media for you. There's an unknown song that's oddly and eerily catchy that's been misattributed to Michael Jackson. Whoever the singer is clearly not MJ, but it hasn't been getting too much attention until recently in the past few weeks. Wanted to know your take on this thing. Check this out. And then he provides the link. Now, when I've scrolled through links, or not links, when I've scrolled through playlists of mysterious music, this comes up sometimes. But I think I listened to the first few seconds of it, but I haven't listened to the whole thing. So let us give it a listen. It's 3.5 minutes long, and it's uploaded on this channel called Michael Jackson 804, which, if you go to it, only has 2 uploads. Love you. Oops, that's the wrong thing. What is this video? Okay, so this is an actual song. I Want to Know What Love Is by Mariah Carey. Okay. But this is odd. He only has 2 uploads. It's that one, which is just like a... Is it like a tribute to Michael Jackson? I'm going to assume so, because that was December 9, 2009. When did Michael Jackson die? I know it was in 2009. This was in June. Okay, so this was June 25th, 2009. When was the other video uploaded? September 3rd, 2009. Alright? Now, before I listen to this, I might be going off on a stretch here, but I know that for a fact that this is something that bands would do sometimes, or people in general. I'm not saying it's this guy who did it, but it could be. I know that the lost nu metal song, White Trash, has been misattributed to people like Linkin Park, Deftones, Korn, and the reason why is because a lot of bands, especially back in the day, this is more of a thing like in the early 2000s when file sharing websites were a lot bigger, they would make their music, they would upload it, but then they would put like in the title like Korn, Limp Bizkit, nu metal, whatever, so people would actually listen to their song. And they didn't really care that people were like, oh shit, this isn't Linkin Park. They just wanted people to hear their song. This was uploaded not too long after Michael Jackson had passed away. And when was his channel created? September 3rd. So the day he created this channel, he uploaded that video. And let's see, September, August. So about like 2.5 months prior is when Michael Jackson died. This person, just a theory, could this person have just made this song themselves and they wanted to just use Michael Jackson as the title because they wanted to, you know, kind of eat off of all the attention that Michael Jackson was getting? Because you gotta understand, even though I was 9 years old, I remember the exact thing I was doing when I heard that Michael Jackson was dying. When Michael Jackson died, it was like it was in the summer, and I remember me and my dad came back from bowling. I was with my dad, and we heard on the radio that Michael Jackson had died, and we were like, and I was just really getting into him too. And for months, it was a big deal that he died. Right? Everyone was talking about that, and there are some people, spoiler alert, who are scumbags who would eat off of the attention of someone's death for their attention. So I'm not trying to accuse this person of anything. I just find it odd that these are the only 2 uploads that they made, and one of them is a misattributed song. And sometimes people have made songs that sound like another artist, but they misattributed to them for their song to get listened to. But I digress. Let's listen to this song. It does sound like Michael Jackson. I'll give the singer that. It does sound like him, but it's clearly not him. I was just looking through the comments as I was listening to this. Hear me out. Maybe it's a song by Michael Jackson, just not the Michael Jackson. Could you imagine that? I mean, obviously that's not the case because there's photos of nothing but Michael Jackson. The Michael Jackson. Blood got the first AI. Let's see what else. There's something a little eerie about the fact that this song is nowhere to be found anywhere else. True. This does not sound like MJ. I think it does. He has like kind of like a it at least sounds more like MJ than 99% of Beatles outfakes. True. There's an alternate version out there. You must find it then. Rest in peace, King of Pop. There's one thing this is said to not be by Michael Jackson. Whew, I need PTO after trying to read that. Good Lord. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take back my theory that this is someone trying to use Michael Jackson for clout for their own song, because I don't think they would use a feature or another vocalist. Just because, like, when a feature comes into a pop song, more times than not, they come in after the first two verses. Like, it'll go verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse with the feature, and then the chorus, and then the song will end. That's how a lot of pop songs do it when they have a feature. So if this song like has a feature, or if they just have a secondary singer, I doubt then this is probably like someone trying to pretend to be Michael Jackson, because why would they have someone else singing with them too if they were trying to get credit for being Michael Jackson, you know? That's my theory with that. So I'm going to probably take my old theory out. This is most likely just a misattributed band that maybe the band, hold on, maybe the band that this person found, the band uploaded this on, like, and, you know, this is still 2009. This is still relatively early days of the internet. Maybe they found this on a file sharing website. The band who uploaded this, they wanted to get some attention for their song. Maybe they uploaded this before Michael Jackson died, and they used Michael Jackson in the title of their song, so people would click on it and be like, oh yeah, cool, Michael Jackson song. And they would just download it free willy-nilly. And then this guy was, you know, under the impression that this was a Michael Jackson song, and maybe this was a song that he really liked, and he probably just thought that, I don't know, he just wasn't paying attention, and was just like, oh, I really like this Michael Jackson song, but he was maybe just like, maybe he was a casual listener who didn't realize that this wasn't Michael Jackson. So then when Michael Jackson died, he uploaded this on his channel as like a tribute to Michael Jackson. Only it's not him, obviously. I don't know, it's weird. Or maybe this band, again, file sharing website, but this was after Michael Jackson died, and they did use his name to get credit, because, you know, from a business standpoint, that would make sense. If you want people to start talking about your band or listen to your song, if a major celebrity that you sound like died, you just put their name in the title, you know, and then a lot of people are going to click on it because Michael Jackson's trending everywhere right now. Or, you know, back then, I mean, at least. Welcome back, Mr. Egg. It's kind of catchy. Sorry. Whoa, whoa, hold up. I'm sorry, is this not like a Kurt Cobain photo? Like Kurt Cobain with the hood smoking the cigarette like that? Is this a Photoshop or is that actually Michael Jackson imitating Kurt Cobain? Sorry, I'm a Kurt Cobain fanboy sometimes, so. Okay, so yeah. Now, Zero's telling me that there's an alternative version. It's on a video called... I'm going to pull it up on here. Whoops. Dude, if I... There we go. Copy. Do you have a timestamp for when it comes, or is it labeled here? Maybe there's a comment that says it. Translate to English. What is the name of the song? It's probably here then. Here we go. Yeah, the instrumentation's a little different. What language is this in, by the way? Frequencia maxima. What language is that? I just want to see what... Alright, fine. Google Translate then. Portuguese. Okay, so it's Portuguese. So could this be like potentially a Portuguese artist or band? It's Portuguese, thank you. I'm just curious because I don't know if like, I mean, it might just not be, it might just be a coincidence because are the other songs on here Portuguese or are they just from a variety of artists? Because not every one of these songs on here looks like... I guess most of these. Wait. I guess a lot of these are properly credited here, but not that one at least, so... The feature also has a different verse. Fascinating. Hold on, let's hear what the different verse is like. If this one will ever get identified, I doubt it'll be anytime soon. I've noticed that the majority of outfakes usually tend to be very elusive when it comes to having an online presence. Yeah, because they go so obscure for so long... And when they're outfaked like that, everyone just assumes, oh, it's a Beatles song. But then sometimes it's not for a while that people are like, wait a minute, this isn't the Wings, this isn't the Beatles, this isn't Michael Jackson. Because if you literally look at this video, people from years ago, look at they didn't even make any acknowledgement that this wasn't him. Like, rest in peace, King of Pop, I love him so much. Even like 2 months ago, best Michael Jackson song ever. This might not be by him, it isn't by him. Actually, alright, this guy was speaking facts 10 years ago. This is not Michael Jackson. Okay, well, alright, well, fine, I'll eat my words. People 11 years ago were saying, yeah, this ain't Michael Jackson. This isn't Michael Jackson. Alright, yeah, but... And, like, the Wings outfake songs, if they were uploaded years ago, no one would give a shit. That's all I'm saying, alright? Stop proving me wrong. I hate being wrong. I'm always wrong. But... Let's hear what the different verses. Almost sounds like a remix. Yo, shout out to 17 people in chat right now. Love y'all. Let's go. That's actually, I think that's the most I've had in chat. I think. That's a I thought you meant like the person who was in the other song would just had a different verse. That's an entirely different person. Could it be a remix, maybe, like, then? If that's the case, if this song is remixed, that means that this person in this version of the third verse is a feature. Because sometimes, like, when songs are remixed, the feature won't be included. Like, for example, if you listen to California Girls, it features Snoop Dogg in the original version. But, like, for radio edits or, like, sometimes remix versions, they don't include Snoop Dogg. They just have, like, the instrumental play out, and then it goes back to the chorus. Because I remember hearing, like, versions of California Girls by Katy Perry without Snoop Dogg on radio back in, like, 2011, 2010, when that song was big. So I'm very confident, then, that this song has a feature. And that person who sang on the third verse is not a part of this original artist or band. Fascinating. Okay. So it appears up at least in 2 places. But that's it. That's all we know. We're not entirely sure if it's found anywhere else. Let's see if there's any other people talking about misattributed Michael Jackson song. Let's see. Potentially lost. Assuming this is it. Yeah, this is. It does have a reggae sound, doesn't it? I don't know where it said it. It said it right here. It feels kind of uncanny. It does feel uncanny. It feels like one of those, like, overly, once again, like those overly corporate songs, almost like a ringtone. This kind of vibe gives off. It's like Do It Like That or One Love. They have, like, those really overly corporate sounds. Which, if that's the case, then maybe these songs were meant to be like that because they wanted to be commercial friendly and they wanted to get with major labels and they wanted to get the attention because they knew that Michael Jackson was the big guy at the time, you know? I don't know. I have no idea. MJ outfake Believe is clearly someone trying to sound like MJ. Let's see. I haven't heard that one. Michael Jackson Believe outfake. Do you have a link for that? Whoops. Is it this one right here? New song 2012?
This is my comeback. Start yours at
I think it is.
purdueglobal.edu.
Once again, it says new song. Didn't the other one say new song from Michael Jackson? New song 2009? That's it? Okay, let's see what this one is.
Doesn't really matter when they lie about me. They got no evidence, so they can't trap me. It doesn't really matter what they say about you. You never can stop it.
Okay.
'Cause they don't really run about the truth. So do you believe the radio, films, or TV? Do you believe a book, a story, or a movie? Do you believe the picture, interview, or anybody? It isn't like this, it isn't like that. Well, I don't know, you don't know now.
Yeah, he literally is. He's even doing the do. Now that Michael Jackson would do sometimes. That literally, yeah, he's definitely trying to imitate Michael Jackson for sure. This one actually sounds like MJ. Yeah, he does a little. More than the other guy, actually. Also, who the hell is Leah Sim Jackson? Leah Sim Jackson. Also, it's kind of fucked up to say Michael Jackson, new song 2012, considering the poor bastard died in 2009. Like, what the fuck? Like, obviously, like, if it says new song 2012, it's obviously not Michael Jackson then. I'm sorry for calling him a bastard, by the way. That was mean. He's a goat, obviously. Hey, look, there's Nick right there. The production's actually pretty good, though. That's the thing.
It doesn't really matter when they talk about us. Believe in every story, very dangerous. It doesn't really matter what do we read in the newspapers, but which one do you really believe in? Do you believe my friend, your teacher, or stranger? Do you believe my doctor, a dentist, or a neighbor? Do you believe in yourself, your father, or your mother? It feels like this, feels like that. It's what I know and you don't know now. Everything you hear brings too much confusion. People don't know what to believe and take their own conclusion. Everything you hear brings too much confusion. People don't know what to believe and say. It feels like this, feels like that.
The production is surprisingly really good, and I really appreciate the fact that there's some hard rock and guitar in it. See, my question is then, like, even if you sound like Michael Jackson, I feel like you would have gotten farther, or you would have gotten better press at least if you just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but like, there's just, like these channels, like this one and the other one, they upload these Michael Jackson songs and say new song, but then they had no description. Does this one have any other uploads? It does. This one actually has a few more. Did they just did they get misled and think that this actually was a new song that was unreleased for years and got released in 2012? If that's the case, where did they find this song then? Oh fuck, I lost my spot. Son of a bitch. It was like somewhere over here.
Do you believe my friend, your teacher, or stranger? Do you believe my doctor, a dentist, or a neighbor? Do you believe in yourself, your father, or your mother? It feels like this, feels like that. It's what I know and you don't know now. Everything you hear brings too much confusion. People don't know what to believe and take their own conclusion. Everything you hear brings too much confusion. People don't know what to believe and say. It feels like this, feels like that.
Okay. See, my question is, like, this guy was obviously trying to imitate Michael Jackson. There's no denying it. Like, even the freaking moaning sound effects he's doing in the song, he's obviously trying to be Michael Jackson. At that point, why fake it? I feel like if this was to get solved one day, people are going to come at you and be like, yo, bro, why are you trying to misattribute yourself to Michael Jackson? Because I'm going to assume that this channel did not make this song. They probably got misled thinking that this was a Michael Jackson song somehow. Unless they were in on the joke and this was one of their friends who was trying to get big. And that's the case, then I don't know why. I have no idea. Like, why misattribute yourself? Anyway, that's a fire song, but I have no idea where that could have came from. But I don't know. That was a good song. I like that one a lot more than the other one. I'm not saying the other one was necessarily bad, but it had more of like a reggae kind of sound to it. That was more rockin'. That was like a Michael Jackson mixed himself with like a pop hard rock kind of band. It's kind of cool, you know? Okay. I know that I said I was going to play a little GeoGuessr today, but I actually have some shit to do that I have to do tonight with some friends. So I am going to react to what Teddy sent me, but no one ever sent me anything, but no one ever sent me anything, so I'm only going to react to his, and then I'm going to get out of here. But since my connection's actually working relatively well now, I'm going to be try to stream more often. So I will, try to play GeoGuessr next time if I don't have anything lined up for mysterious media-wise. Let's see. Just now I noticed that when you like a YouTube video, it plays a little animation. Oh, you talking about this? That little thing? They've had that for a while, actually. Oh, I just realized I wasn't sharing my screen. Are you talking about when it does this? I don't know why it's that flaggy. I thought it would be clearer, but yeah, it's kind of cool. I do too, honestly. I'm so alone. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. You're not alone. You got all of us here. You're chilling with us tonight. Sorry to hear that, though. I hope you get better, bro. Because listen, bro, I know what it's like to be alone, to feel alone, and it's tough. It really is tough because there's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Like, you can be around people who are supposed to be your friends, but then you just feel kind of alone around them. I know we're kind of going off on a tangent here, but you got to do things that you want to do. It doesn't matter what they think. Like, if that's why I started to really get into voice acting. I wanted to stream more. I'm actually trying to take my channel more seriously, and I'm not really afraid to tell people, yeah, I'm trying to, become an entertainer, do voice acting, shit like that. I don't mind people telling people that. Like, I post about my channel all the time on my social media, so I just am just being me. I know that's kind of a cheesy answer, but like, if you just kind of really focus on you and do what you want, when you have that self-confidence, I promise you, people will gravitate towards you, and people will honestly respect you more, because when someone sees someone who they can just get the vibe that they don't respect themselves, or they don't have confidence in themselves, and they don't feel like they have the ability to do stuff, they don't want to be around that person. They're like, yeah, this guy's not confident. Why would I want to hang out with him? But if you have confidence, even if you're a little obnoxious like myself, people gravitate towards you. Like, not to toot my own horn, all right? But I think 17 viewers at one point for a channel with under 600 subs, that's not bad at all right? I don't know if it's just because of the things I'm reacting to, or if it's for me. Probably not for me. Probably because I talk about media and then they dip. I'm kidding. I love you guys. But just try to focus on having some self-confidence. Do what you want to do. And honestly, sometimes being alone isn't a bad thing. Sometimes the people around you just suck. And you're better off alone. So, I know that's a little bit of a sporadic answer, but I hope I made you feel a little better, Sammy. And again, I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling alone. I hope you feel, hopefully you being here tonight has helped you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. All right. Let me pull up. Oh, that's right. It's X now. It's not even Twitter. Let me pull up what Teddy sent me. Teddy, if you're around, I'm reacting to your shit. Teddy! I'm banned everywhere online for the simplest things, and I have real life people against me. I feel like my soul makes people angry. I used to be confident. Dude, I get it. You feel like your presence is just a bother. I promise you're overthinking. Sometimes it's not that serious. You think people hate you, either in real life or online. And if they do, if they do hate you, and they hate you just because they think you were a troll or you were just annoying, like, if they genuinely hate you for that, it's kind of more on them. But just try to not really care. Like, if they hate you, like, genuinely hate you, that's kind of says something about them. But you loved the stream, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope this made you feel better, because sometimes what I like about streaming, sorry to go off topic again, I like watching streams sometimes more than videos, because when you're watching a stream, you're a part of something. Like, I am talking to you right now. It's not a pre-recorded video, although I do want to do those as well. I can actually talk to you guys and then, associate myself with you. So that's why I like streaming, because it helps with loneliness. Because I've been there, bro. Trust me. As someone who has dealt with as many psychotically depressive episodes as I have, that you guys have not seen because it was all off camera, which it should be, trust me, I get it. So I hope you feel better, man. I'm sorry that you feel like people hate you. Again, I don't think I think you're overthinking, because I've done a lot of overthinking too. Trust me, I'm a person who overthinks a lot. Like when I get off stream sometimes, I'll be like, am I too obnoxious? Do I talk too fast? Am I not making sense? Am I speaking unclear? I need to do better. I need to do better. I need to do better. It's not that big of a deal. Just take it easy, man. Relax. You're doing good. Focus on you. We love you. I'm always watching. That's nice to know that you only comment, you only make yourself known when it's time for me to react to your shit. Fair enough, alright? Alright, Andy Kaufman time.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway sales event.
What do you mean bros built like a 1x1 Lego piece? Alright. This is called Andy Kaufman Audition for SNL, reciting MacArthur Park 1975. This is why I'm glad I subbed to you. You're a real one. Bro, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you. Literally, once I just had better confidence in just being myself, like how I am right now, how expressive I am, this is how I am in real life. You ask my friends, I am the chaotic friend. The woo, woo, that's me. But I'm always going to tell you how it is, so. Because that's the way to go, my boy. Anyways. You know what always helps me sometimes if I'm feeling depressed and there's no Sam Kinison videos available? Andy Kaufman.
Okay, Andy, we're recording, and if you'd like to say a few things, we're and your eyes.
She has eyes. He was just like...
Spring was never waiting for us, girl. It ran one step ahead as we followed in the dance between the parted pages and pressed in love's hot fevered iron like a striped pair of pants. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark, all the sweet cream icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it...
I'm sorry, I can already tell that he's doing those stutters on purpose. When he's like, MacArthur Park, I know for a fact those are on purpose. This guy's very articulate. For those who aren't aware of Andy Kaufman, just keep that in mind. Yo, nice profile pic. Love that. What's his profile pic? I'm gonna go to your channel, bro, real quick. Hold up. Oh, Slipknot, based. My friends are really into Slipknot. They've been trying to get me into it. Right now, I'm on Soulfly. Soulfly's really good. If you like new metal, I recommend Soulfly.
It took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. Yes, I recall the yellow cotton dress flowing on the ground like a wave around your knees. The birds like tender babies in your hands. The old men playing checkers by the trees. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet cream icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again.
I'm sorry, I just can't help the fact that the context for this is that it's an SNL audition. That's fucking hilarious. This is an SNL audition. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Even the people in the back are laughing. Do some more.
Could you do that again, please?
Is that a dog in the background? Like a dog squealing?
Do some more.
Bro's got a dog laughing too.
Andy, could you do that again, please?
The same way?
Oh, exactly the same if you can.
Exactly the same.
Spring was never waiting for us, girl. It ran one step ahead as we followed in the dance between the parted pages and were pressed in love's hot fevered iron like a striped pair of pants.
Is he replicating the exact same blinking motion and the times where he stuttered? That's dedication. That's impressive.
MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet cream icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. Yes, I recall the yellow cotton dress flowing on the ground like a wave around your knees. The birds like tender babies in your hands. The old men playing checkers by the trees. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark.
It's melting in the dark.
All the sweet cream icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it. And I'll never have that recipe again.
He's looking kind of hot. No homo.
Thank you, Andy. You want to do something else?
Okay.
Yeah, do something else. Let's see what you get. Oh, that might be the chair that's squeaking. He looks like Chris Novoselic. He does actually, yeah. Wait. Oh, okay. How am I going to if how does that not look like a porn website? Teddy X. That's gotta be, yeah. That looks that. Hold up, Chris Novoselic. Wait, where is he? Yeah. Hold up, Chris Novoselic, young. I don't want to go too young, but like, he does look like Andy Kaufman. He does. Like the smile, the nose is kind of similar. The eyes are very similar. Shout out to Chad Channing, the drummer for the first album. He's actually really good.
Faster than a speed boot, more powerful than a low boot, able to leap tall buildings and sink bang. Look up in the sky, it's bird, it's plane. Nope, it's Superman. Yep, Superman.
Yep.
Strange visitor from another planet came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those mortal men. Superman, who could change course of mighty rivers, bend steel with his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, my man reporting for a great metropolitan newspaper, thoughts never end about just
is he reading off of something behind him, or is he just kind of like staring off into the distance to like remember? I mean, I don't know. I'm just curious. Because it looks like he's reading something because he's looking off to the side, but... And this is what got him into SNL, I imagine, because he was a part of SNL for a bit, right? Yeah. He's just improvising? Oh, that was all improvising? Alright. That's even better, honestly. If he just went off of that on a whim, that's actually impressive. Let's see. Have you created a new Discord account? No, I have the same Discord account. It's just Maximillionaire. Oh, I think you're banned, but on the I was gonna say find me in the Discord server, but I'll just... Anyone who wants to add me on Discord, let me give you my shit. And also, actually, before I leave, Red Hood gave me this idea he wanted me to start doing, which I'm surprised he's not here. Damn. Oh, not edit profile. Fuck. What the hell's happening? Hello? Can I, like, pull up my shit? You guys are, if you're new to this stream, just get used to me not knowing what the fuck I'm doing with technology. You think someone who's young like me, I would be good with technology, right? No. Here we go. Copy. Let me put this here. If you want to add me on Discord, if you don't have it already. What the hell? Why is it just that? Is it just that? What the hell? What the hell? All right. I guess that's just my Discord. Try to see if you can just find me by just looking up Maximillionaire. Maximillionaire. All right. I think it's like Maximillionaire number 9365. I think those are my last 4 numbers. Why I remember those is because I've put it in chat so many times. But actually, I have an assignment for y'all. Oh, here we go. We got Maximillionaires in the chat. Here we go. Everyone, Maximillionaire in the chat right now. Type Maximillionaire right now. I can't do it because I'm him, but everyone type Maximillionaire in the chat right now. But before I leave, Red Hood gave me this idea that I should start recommending you guys songs to listen to. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. Now, of course, my first thought was to give you guys like a Bongzilla song or anything like sludge metal, right? But there's a song right now that is taking over not only the internet, but the world. And I don't care if it's overplayed right now. I'm going to recommend it to y'all. I'm not going to play it here because I don't want to have copyright problems. But I don't care if you don't like country. I don't care if you don't like acoustic songs or like really screechy country vocals. If you have a chance, if you haven't listened to this song already, please, please listen to Richmond North of Richmond. Again, I'm not a country song at all. I promise you, this is one of the most powerful songs I have ever fucking heard in my entire life, okay? This song, like, it's talking about mainly the problems in America, but this could resonate a lot through the rest of the world. He comes at politicians. He comes out that our dollars taxed to shit. He comes out, he talks about fucking, you know, oh wait, there's a video from 2 years ago he made this. Fascinating. He talks about, you know, like, politicians not caring about us. He talks about, you know, the obese living off of welfare, how our taxes shouldn't pay for their food and all that shit. So, again, I know you're not crazy about, oops.
If you haven't tried,
if you're not crazy about country, I get it. I'm not crazy about country either. But I promise you, this is a song you gotta listen to. So I'm gonna leave a link in here. He doesn't know. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna leave you all with that. I'm gonna leave you with that song. I thought you were gonna recommend that fucking "Women Are My Favorite Guy" song. I don't know that one actually. But no, it's that song. The Richmond North of Richmond. They just want total control. So check that out when the stream's over. And yeah. Appreciate y'all for coming by. I will try to stream again sometime this week, probably around like 11:30 like I've been doing. I know that's late, but since it's still summer, I think some of y'all still are able to come and watch me, which I appreciate wholeheartedly. Thank you for that. It'll probably be, if not Wednesday night, Thursday night. I love the people reacting because it's that kind of what the hell is this guy doing laugh. True. Lost my train of thought. Damn it, Teddy. Alright, well, I guess that's no more thought to be said because I'm getting out of here. So, have a good night. Appreciate the hearts, anyone who's hearting. I love you all. Remember to stay safe, stay happy, and just remember, being alone is not always a bad thing. Sometimes being alone is where your best thoughts come out. Have a good night, and I will see you all soon. Peace!